It's prime. We're 3 balls in, then we 3 balls out. We all up on your screens like it's prime time's route. Mighty gets a score, and O and PJ start to scout. Your rhyme's really trash. What do you think he's damn fouls? TBI the show, so buckle down, sit back. And Jay we trust, cause he's the leader of the pack. It's prime, Jupo.
This is TBI 3 balls in alongside Davo and Logan. We're back in Logan's house. Thank you, Logan, once again for hosting. I knew you would appreciate that. I can't believe we're saying this, but playoffs are over. We're going to get ready for championships coming up. Vets Rooks this week. And then, of course, the final championship game the week after. I think we jump right into the games that happened this morning. And that is you had Bop versus Lionhearts. They did not disappoint. The 2 previous matchups were insane. This game was insane as well. And then, of course, we had Top Guns against the Roll Tide. And a game that all 3 of us look really bad right now.
Yeah. I mean, are you talking about because we've got the better camera, or are you talking about that we look bad because of our prediction?
Our predictions were crap. Davo, we all predicted.
Well, we did predict one team would score 6 touchdowns, right? Didn't we?
I think Davo did. Just the wrong team did, right?
I don't remember. I like to black them out.
Here's the bottom line. You got to eat crow. When you get something wrong, you got to eat crow. We're all eating crow right now. We look terrible. Roll Tide, we gave you the motivation, I guess you probably didn't even need, but we're happy you won. And we're happy that you are now in the championship, proving to everyone why draft night means
nothing.
And why draft night should mean nothing.
Draft night means everything. That's when your team is built.
Well, that's true.
Yes, that is true.
Roll Tide was created on draft night.
If anything, by the way, the worst part about them winning is we lost. But the worst part about them winning is it almost goes against the idea of a snake draft.
Yeah, that's a good point, by the way. Maybe drafting in the 4th spot this year proves that's maybe better. But again,
either way, look,
yeah.
We always say to the spoils go the victors, right?
Exactly.
It wasn't even close. And
it was close to the beginning. It was
right before the kickoff. It was very, very close. Basically, Roll Tide did everything right, and Top Guns did nothing. And that's, I don't know, that's like a very simple way to put it, but like it didn't seem like Top Guns could stop Roll Tide at all on any drive.
I haven't been able to see someone this season stop the Dax to Dax connection. I just haven't seen it. Early on, that was going on in your game. And then Zin obviously took over at one point. Everyone else contributed on the team. I think Jordan
Rook, and Ernie, and Legs.
You know, it's interesting. It's interesting. Everyone has a defined role in that team, and they all do it really well. It's just a well-constructed team.
They have some great leadership too. Like, don't downplay that. Like,
oh, that's true.
It's true. The head of the snake, if you will, knows exactly where it's going, and it communicates to the other parts exactly what they need to do. And I think that shouldn't be downplayed either.
And listen, you know, we're not spend all the time in that game, but obviously there isn't a lot to talk about. It's a deflating game, a disappointing game. It's a game, it's obviously your team that didn't do well. You lost, which stinks. Let's go to the other game. The game that was really, from start to finish, a head-to-head matchup between Yaron and Prey. Championship 2 years ago, Prey best Yaron in that game. Last year, playoff game, nail biter, overtime, someone went to the hospital, stuff happened. Yaron came out the victor, loses in the championship, obviously. And then this year, another rematch between these 2 teams. And it feels like when these 2 teams get together, magic happens. But I will say, I will use a reference from Any Given Sunday. It felt like this was a game of inches. Felt like there were points in this game where an inch here, an inch there would have made a difference. And on the final drive, 1st and goal, Yaron throws a beautiful pass, a little out of the outstretched hands of Ivry. Maybe he could have played it better, maybe not. That would have been the game-winning touchdown. But you go to the drive before.
Winning or tying?
Game-winning touchdown, right?
Well, I mean, you have to score extra points.
You have to score the extra point, but potentially the game-winning touchdown or a game tying to a game-winning touchdown. And then here we go. The drive before, and not to make this about me, Jordan, but here I am. I get it on Prey on the extra point. I knock the ball in the air. Somehow Prey, before the ball hits the ground, picks it up, runs it in for the extra point. You're talking about there was a deep pass to Tabak. Sting was all over it. Somehow goes over Sting's fingers into the box hands. Storm had earlier in the first touchdown, it was a deep pass to Tabak. Also, Storm all over him. You would think Storm would knock it away. Doesn't. It felt like the inches went on Prey's side, on the box side. They were limited. No Goldberg, obviously. He's been out for a while. Maybe he plays in the championship. Prime was limited in this game. He sat out the first couple drives. Kuti got hurt early in the game also. They were not at 100%, but they played like the better team. And as much as I love the Lionhearts and everything they put out there, because listen, for an hour and 45 minutes this morning, the Lionhearts laid out everything they have. They were a team playing with heart. But sometimes you have heart, but it doesn't mean you have enough skill to win. And unfortunately today, the skill was on Bob's side. Perspective on that game, based on what you've seen and heard.
So it's interesting. I think. Well, I know that I predicted Bob to win. I think you guys did also. I could be wrong about that.
No, I predicted Lionhearts.
Oh,
Yeah, I did.
It's okay.
I don't know why.
But if I would have told you going into Sunday, Yaron has no pick, throws no interception. What do you think the outcome of the game is? Like, I think most people would have said, okay, if Yaron throws no picks, then he's having a good game. I see Lionhearts coming away with the victory, right? Especially with Ivry playing, with like having a full team.
Yaron had a great game.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying.
He had a great game.
But obviously, Birds of Prey, better team that day, were able to come away with a victory. And I think it's gonna be a great matchup in the championships.
By the way, you listen. You look at it. They tie one game. They each won a game. Obviously, the playoff game matters more. If you would have played this game, it matters more because now they advanced.
Right.
But if you played these two teams, I think over and over again, I think the outcome's the same. It's a crapshoot, 50-50, honestly, between these two teams. Do you have a perspective on the game?
What I didn't get first is that why the games were played simultaneously.
Interesting.
I mean, one of the worst
scheduling conflicts, like maybe.
I mean, like one of the worst parts about playing
It's
today was
nice.
that I couldn't watch their game.
I hear that.
It was a great, on our side of the field, we were always looking over. Ivy with a great catch, Storm with a great catch, Tabak with great catches. MK made some good plays.
Yeah, MK was awesome.
The Preymaker. I mean,
Prey was unbelievable. By the way, I don't mean to interrupt you, but how can I not say this? Prey was unbelievable. I played with Prey a lot over the last 3 years. That might have been, from start to finish, the greatest game he's ever played. And not statistically, because he did throw 4 touchdowns, but I mean the fact that the guy is hurt, he's limited. He is making throws I've never seen him make. I mean, he was dropping dimes all day. Sorry.
great defense. I mean,
Yeah.
the defense was swarming. It was maybe a few too many arguments, calls going on, but
Happens. These two teams.
Playoff
Yeah.
atmosphere.
Well,
Right?
these two, there's a lot of guys who chirp on both sides. It happens.
it looked like a fantastic game.
It was great to play in.
We caught the last drive because our game was officially over at that point. And
Officially?
we're not going to get into it. And Kuti on third down
Yeah.
with
Might be
a
play of the game.
tremendous backhanded flag grab
Yeah.
for a huge sack.
Yeah. Might be play of the game.
And it was just like, it looked like a really, really fun game, looked like a really competitive game. And my hat's off to Bob. I wish them luck in the championship because Roll Tide's a hell of a team.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's going to get it. We're going to talk about that next week when we kind of preview the championship game. But, listen, these are now officially the two best teams going at it. Roll Tide has only had one loss this season, and it was, a failed comeback at the end against Lionhearts.
Week 1.
And Bob, they've had an up and down season because they didn't have Prey the first couple of games. So, it's taken them a little bit of time to gel and become a team, and maybe they get Goldberg back in the game, and guys get to heal up and rest up like Prime. So it's going to be an interesting matchup. What's interesting though is you get some of the younger core of Jew ball playing these games. I know you got some vets out there like Steve-O and like Kuti, but you're talking about some of the younger guys. Prey, Prime, Dax, obviously is in. You have a lot of younger crew. This is the future of Jew ball, and honestly, it's beautiful. It's beautiful in the sense that this is what we've all kind of paved the way for this type of Jew ball to happen. And I mean, listen, I don't want to take credit away from Jordan because he's the one who stuck with it. And when things were as, doom and gloom as they can be, not to bring us back to a few
How do
episodes
we
ago.
always get back to the dark age?
I'm just saying the reason why I bring that up is because here we are, and there's nothing more beautiful than what we saw and what we're going to see in 2 weeks. So looking forward to the championship. Speaking of the championship, it's almost appropriate for us to eat some more crow, and that is bringing in our first guest of the evening. He's a member of Roll Tide. He's also a singer. He's also a character on Sesame Street. It is none other than our old friend, Ernie. Well, we've got Ernie in the house. This is amazing. This is awesome. Ernie, what is it feeling like right now? The fact that you're on a team that's about to go into the championship. Talk to us about today's game. Talk to us about the whole season. What's it like to be on the Roll Tide?
I gotta say, it's truly, it happens to be amazing. We have just such a good group of guys in our like group chat. We'll call it our locker room. It's really awesome. Like everybody knows their role. Like I think you were referencing that a little bit earlier. Everybody knows their role. Everybody knows what they're supposed to do. Like Stats knows that he's like our shutdown corner. We know that Zin and Morty are go-to options on offense. And Sruli also knows that whenever they key in on those two guys, he knows he has other options. He knows he has Rook. He knows he has me. He has Legs. He has Waldo. And he just finds us. And it just truly today was like one of those days where we each played our part perfectly. And it was a perfect storm. There was no stopping us today.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. I mean, you look at the replays, you look at the score. You don't really want to look at the replays, but yeah, no, it literally seemed like everything Roll Tide did was the right move, and unfortunately, everything that Top Gun did was wrong. Yeah, like we couldn't get anything going. You guys got all the motion. It's really nice. Like
Yeah,
nice for you guys.
I'll say honestly, it was rough for Top Guns today, but I don't like put it all on them. We really had a really good game plan coming in. We threw so much pressure. Dave was laughing, but we threw so much pressure at Fight that we really didn't give him a chance. He had no time to throw.
So, talk us through this, because this is an interesting strategy. At certain times you were blitzing 2, at certain times you're blitzing 3, certain times you're blitzing 4. Basically what you obviously have to have confidence in your back end of your defense to do such a thing. Well, what was the game plan behind that? Was that decided ahead of time, or hey, we're going to blitz 3 or 4 at certain times, or this was kind of in-game adjustment where you were seeing things about the offense you thought you could, kind of jump in on?
Yes, I think just going in, we knew that we have guys like Zin, we have guys like Morty, we have guys like Waldo, we have guys who could Stats. We really feel that we could man up with anybody. So if you feel that you can man up with anybody, it's all a game at the line, right? Because then you just have to watch the tight end, and then you could send your extra guy. And many times they brought in somebody extra to block. So if you're gonna throw somebody else to block, we're gonna rush another guy, or we're gonna disguise it and we're gonna drop somebody back. So we really just played it throughout the game. We communicated a lot, which is something that I have to give credit to our entire team. Everybody was communicating, and that allowed us to do what we did today.
You had 2 sacks yourself today, right?
Yeah, I had 2 sacks. Listen, sacks are better than picks. So what are you gonna do?
I knew he's going to take you off tonight.
No, not take me off. He's allowed to be wrong. But
Okay, listen. To be fair, I'm pretty sure I generally will go on the interceptions are better than sacks arguing. But when I have 2 sacks in a game and Zin has 2 picks, I'm gonna say that sacks are better than picks.
Listen, I'm just saying I had a sack today that caused the turnover, so it's the same as an interception.
There.
a sack
Or
on-
better.
a sack on 4th down.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
sack on
yeah.
4th down. It's a sack on
All
4th
right,
down.
but that is.
But
like
many
turnover.
said, I think during that play, you sacked him, and then Fight picked it off, and then Fight said that he was going to go for 6 on the play. So I'm pretty sure your whole team was like, "No, an interception was better than sack." But
It wasn't even close. Like he threw like 3 seconds after.
yeah, of course. No, it was definitely a sack.
Davo,
No.
what do you got? What do you got for Ernie?
You guys played great today.
That's it?
That's all you got for Ernie.
Ernie,
I got a real question for you. It seems to be the theme that when we have Roll Tide on, we ask them a certain question. If you're in the red zone and it's 4th down, who's getting the pass?
that's
Me. You kidding me? You find the guy that nobody's covering.
That's a really good point. That's a really good point.
Shirley did it today at one point. He's like,
Once.
Zin, Morty, anyone. Oh, Ernie. Oh, here you go.
Wait, Ernie, speaking of a touchdown, do you remember the play when PJs was guarding you and you caught the ball in the end zone and may or may not have continued to hold on to the ball through the. Can you walk us through that play and tell us if you thought it was a touchdown?
Okay, yeah. So it happens to be. I guess we could talk about that. I remember the play clearly. I have it like a still frame on my bedroom wall. A still frame of it on my bedroom wall. It was a pass. I thought I came out that PJ's, to his credit, fought through and pulled the ball out, but it was it was bang bang. I think we ended up saying
I thought it was called a touchdown, wasn't it?
no, it was not. It was taken back. It was taken back. We scored the next play, but of course,
But
not to me.
It went to Dax, right?
I think
Yeah, I think he agreed with that. He agreed with it. He was like, no, it was a touchdown.
That was
Yeah, yeah.
forever ago.
I know.
I read the
And that's actually one of my first games back, which was, it felt good knocking the ball out.
No,
But then the debate was like, you really think about it, like, do you need, like, what is it? Like the NFL rules, you have to make the completion right in the end zone. You have to make the full catch, right?
what's a catch?
The question, but that's the question. Like, what
that's catch.
like what's considered a catch, right? Like, you need to have it in your hand, and then nobody can rip it out. If someone rips it out within a certain time frame, it's an incompletion.
Well,
So
the question is, if you have possession and you're in the end zone, it's a touchdown right away. Even if the person comes through afterwards, no.
But so the
No.
thing is, because it's a bang bang, does he really have full possession? Like, how long is possession?
I think
mean,
Logan's gonna like this one. Talk to the D-board.
You're not wrong about that, but like
I mean, it happened to Tabak today also.
This is not the NFL rule.
Similar to tobacco on this one.
It's not
Similar.
the NFL rule, but I think like it's one of those things where like a catch when you see it, right? Like Megatron, you knew it was a catch. Dez, you knew it was a catch, and like
But
the
it
NFL got it wrong by saying they weren't catches. And I
Right.
think that when you see it, it's a catch. And I don't know, I felt like that play, it didn't feel like a catch. It's not a great barometer. I agree.
Did you
And,
see
like,
it though?
Yeah, the replay. There was no poster in the chat.
Okay,
So-
fair. You can judge it.
So like, I don't know. I feel like it's one of those things. If you know a catch when you see it, and I don't know, it just didn't feel like a catch. Whereas like some of the others we've talked about do feel like
I
catch.
think it's
At least
fair.
for the end zone, not like
Right.
It's fair. Either way, I should have held on to the ball. PJ's made a good play. We move on.
Yeah, I mean, it was so long ago at this point. But listen, I think the most exciting thing is that you're in the championship, and last year you're a rookie. You didn't really get a chance to even participate much in leagues.
Well, he was actually
subbed
supposed
in.
to play, but he couldn't.
He subbed in for
Red Sunday.
he subbed in for-
yeah, it was
well, he subbed in for
And
Bob.
it's his fault we lost.
He subbed in for Bob for a little bit throughout the season, but he really was not a full-fledged member. Wasn't really full-fledged in the league. So we're happy that he got that opportunity. But I wanted to go back to draft night, because this is something I think where a lot of people felt, to their credit, insulted on draft night. And here you are in the 6th round, where you go to Roll Tide, and your good friend and quarterback you played with the year before has an opportunity to draft you, and he doesn't. And then you get picked up by a quarterback who, again, you could correct me
you're
here.
close with fight.
And you could correct me here, but I don't believe Dax had much of a relationship with you prior.
The whole
Zero,
road tide
right?
was close with fight today.
So I guess the question is, like, were you kind of like disappointed? Like, not to be like upset at Prey, obviously you're not gonna be upset at Prey, but were you disappointed about going to that team, or you were like, okay, like, I'm just gonna make the best of the situation?
No, so I'll actually give you some insight, some nice insight into the draft night. So me and Prager, like you said, we're close, we're good friends, and we actually did discuss the draft. And I said at the time, I said, listen, I didn't think anybody was taking me. I said, I know what he wants. He reached out to me. He was asking me if I'm injured. I knew he wasn't really interested in taking me. I knew who he was going for, and I didn't think Shirley really knew who I was. And Yaron, I don't know. Yaron doesn't like. I don't think he.
You're too short to be on your
I
own
think
team.
I think I'm just too
yeah.
short. Yaron doesn't like. I don't necessarily fit with Yaron's scheme. So I told Prey, I said, listen, don't take me till the last round. I'm happy. I'll get your team, and then, I'll be your steal in the last round.
Right.
And I think it was Legs and Open who then told Shirley, Ernie's available, grab him at 6. And it was actually a shock, but it wasn't a disappointment, because I've seen Shirley play a few times. I've seen him on the Tuesday night leagues, and getting to know the guys on the team, guys like Open, guys like Zin, guys like Morty, Legs, the whole up and down. Rook and Waldo had not yet been taken. We actually took them afterwards.
Right.
So I heard somebody taking credit for Waldo and Rook. I'm pretty sure I was in that conversation pushing to take them. and stats, and we just like, I was like, okay, let's go. Like, good team, good group of guys. People were making fun of us that we're the yeshivish team. That's okay. That's all right. Listen, I did just drop a Tilke de Dieber line earlier.
There you
so-
go.
The,
There you-
the TBI first.
Yeah. So I wasn't disappointed. I mean, yeah, sure, you want to play with your friends that you have great chemistry with, but to Sroli's credit, we've developed a nice little chemistry. Like I said before, if his main two guys are not open, he does not necessarily force the ball, and he'll look for the open guy.
Love it. Love it. Your prediction for the championship?
We're rolling with Roll Tide. I mean,
yeah.
I think it'll be a good game. Prey's getting healthier. They've got Solo, they've got good, they got a really good line. MK today I saw had a great game. He played, I mean, I saw he had a great catch at some point. Jeremy might be one of the most underrated guys in Jew ball.
Agreed.
In my opinion. He is just so solid.
Had a great year.
Prime is great. If Goldberg gets clearance, maybe he plays. Steve-O's great. Up and down, they're a good team.
Up and down.
But I'm going to take our squad over their squad. I mean, I think that we've got a really good chemistry going. We've got good momentum. We've got great guys and unselfish play. So that's all you really want on a team.
Now, we were very blessed this year that obviously we have connections to Wizard, but Prime made us a really awesome song that, it's an intro to TBI. What we love for next year is for you and Prime to do a little collab and putting them together. Can that happen? Can we finally get a Ernie Prime collaboration and maybe something for TBI?
Maybe a wizard writing something.
I think so.
Right.
I think it's definitely doable. I would love to get in a box with Prime, not the hot one, but the vocal singing box. Yeah, I think you can get some really good stuff going.
Hey, you get really great stuff in the hot box also. I'm just saying.
Okay, listen, maybe that's the motivation.
Yeah. I love it.
Ernie, so great having you on.
All right, guys, thanks so much for having me.
Thank you.
Logan,
Cheers, brother.
it's so good to be part of the TBI crew. I appreciate
Love
it.
having you here.
Thank you.
Hey,
All right, guys. Cheers.
Peace. Hey, that was Ernie. That's great.
I was Ernie.
That was awesome. All right, let's jump it off to Big E for Big E's Hug of the Week. Take it away, Big E.
Bop and Lionheart's going at it. Unfortunately, Lionheart's just came up a little bit short. Yaron, you played a phenomenal game. No INTs. Really, really solid effort. But you get E's Hug of the Week.
Thank you, Big E. That was great. Listen, obviously it has to go to Yaron. Great game. He clearly deserves the Hug of the Week. But it's time to eat some more crow. And that is bringing in our next guest into TBI. Not his first time, but he was not a real official guest before. We got to make room for this guy because it's none other than one half of Open Legs. It is Legs. Welcome to TBI. It is Legs. Your legs are coming on.
It's great.
Here we
To
are.
see you in person. This is awesome.
Really.
Yeah,
So listen, we just had Ernie on shortly ago. We're eating crow this episode because all three of us last week predicted against the Roll Tide. We all look very stupid right now. Roll Tide have been rolling all season long, but I want to get into something that I got him with Ernie a little bit, a draft night. I want to take you back there right now for yourself.
No, it's okay.
Because-
I like the leg connection.
It's good. So fourth round. This is the order. It's Munch, Cut, Legs. Now, you are a member of Bop for a couple seasons. Were you a little bit surprised that Prey went in a different direction online? And did you even have a connection to Dax prior to the draft night?
I had no real connection to Dax, but I'll start with I was really I was hurt when Prey picked Cut over me. I saw the conversation happening between Solo and Prey of who to pick, and I like came into this season with that seriously in my mind of like, all right, I guess I really need to prove myself. I don't know if I should be looking at you or the screen. But
Actually, neither. You want to be looking at the camera, which is slightly above the screen.
really throw me.
You're good.
Okay. So I hope you don't cut all this out. So I was
We're only gonna have one guest.
yeah, exactly. So I was really hurt. But it's all part of the game. It's good times. I still love Prey, still love Bop. But as for Dax, I did chase him down. I had like 4 sacks on him on one Tuesday night league game. So I think he knew that and he saw it as a steal late fourth round.
He's
At least
seen
that's
you
what he
kill
said.
things.
Yeah,
Right.
So at least that's what he said. So I think it's worked out really well.
So you have a little bit of extra motivation going into this championship game. Kind of.
I've had a lot of the whole season's really I've had a lot of motivation. I mean, I always come to play. That's just I don't come to waste time. So I really do. Yeah. I mean I really want to destroy Bob. It would make me very happy. As much as I love the guys on the team, which I do.
So good. I'm so excited.
By the way, Kuti was second to Open in sacks this year. So was it a bad move by Prey drafting?
By the
Kuti?
way,
Okay. I mean, did
Yeah, I was about to get-
by the way, so a lot of my stats, like I had a one game against Perla, I had 4 sacks. You were in that game. I think you were. You were on. that game.
Yeah.
I had like 4 or 5 sacks that game. I don't think that's like was even counted. I don't think they recorded it right. So like I killed the average, but it doesn't matter. I don't play.
That's what I was
Maybe
gonna.
next season I'll play like every game like Cut and Open did and like whatever. We'll see what happens. But
But that's what I'm saying.
Whatever,
Yeah, so
I don't care about that.
your sacks per game.
don't talk about it. I'll bring it up, but I don't care.
Your
I
sack,
I do, and then I'm like, come on, don't be an idiot.
but your
But like it's do ball.
it's true. It's true. We're not getting paid for this.
What is wrong with you? Like, play your best, play hard, and
So good.
win games. That's what I want to do. That's what I care about doing. Yeah.
I'm with you, man.
You know, Logan, I think this is the first time you've shied away from a guest. Are you afraid that Legs is going to kill you or something?
Yeah, really.
I was the most disappointed that we had talked about this pre-production.
Yes.
You were supposed to
Yes.
shift that way and have legs come right
Yeah,
here.
exactly.
That's not my fault. I didn't do it. I can't
teaching.
move.
Logan's hoping that leg-to-leg connection we had, he would get more.
Yeah,
than
exactly.
Yeah. No.
I would show you
the
guys.
asset
I'm
here.
trying to keep the show somewhat PG.
Yeah.
No, Logan and I have a very special relationship. I'm like, I'm very excited to be in his home, knowing where it is now. I don't think anyone should feel safe anymore.
I'm trying magic and actually have open legs without both of them being here. Like that's literally what I was going to try for. And you decided to ball block.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
And I'm not afraid to say it.
Yeah.
I'm a ball blocker.
But yeah.
But unfortunately, when I block balls, the quarterback still catches and gets the extra.
Yeah, by the way, that's huge for its fantasy. Whoever had him on fantasy, that's a big win. A
That
throw
was
and a catch.
crazy.
Yes.
I watched that from the other side. I was just like happened to be watching when that happened, and it was beautiful.
I mean, you're a real deal lineman. When you knock the ball down, you feel good about yourself, don't you?
No, it's great. It's great.
But then when you see the quarterback catch it and run in for
Oh, so frustrating. I mean, I would. He didn't move that quick. The fact that nobody chased after him, watching with their mouths aghast, like that wouldn't happen with me. Like he would have been
Sure.
tackled from behind. But whatever. I'm saying like it was awesome to watch. Like, it was like no, and then he's like nothing's stopping me. That's why like he's a competitor. He's a great
Ran over
competitor.
your road.
Yeah, just a great
Yeah.
competitor.
He trucked your own.
Trucked him.
Oh yeah, you're only
took anyone who's gonna get in his way.
Your own knows karate.
Yeah, yeah. And yet he always gets hurt every time he says that. Chihuahua, him
Yeah.
versus Munch.
Yeah,
Oh, it was
yeah, that
amazing.
was-
It was
yeah.
in front of his 2 children crying. It was unbelievable. They didn't cry. They were crying how stupid their dad is. They literally said, "You're so dumb. Why would you do this?" It was amazing. They were crying from like, "Oh, he's so hurt." They're like, "How are we gonna get home now? You idiot. Again, you did this." It's amazing.
You know, we've already voted on like our favorite TBI guest.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Listen, we did play a game today. Obviously your team won.
Yeah.
But I think the line of you and Open, even just you two alone, are going to be very competitive against Solo and Kuti. Can you? I mean, obviously, don't give us any like secrets that you're going to be using,
Or do.
but
Yeah. By the way,
but if
like
you-
it's a secret. Like, more than 2, or
We're
you
gonna
run
we're gonna rush on 3.
Yeah.
And then once every 4 downs, we will go in before.
Yeah, exactly.
And by the way, you might send 5 people at any
Yeah.
time. Who knows?
Yeah.
But how do you prepare for those 2 linemen? Because obviously Solo's a beast and Kuti's been having a great season, as have you and Open. So offensively and defensively, how are you guys preparing for that battle?
I mean, honestly, I mean, it's the same prep we do every week. It's, I try to, we open does also, we try and stay in good shape, try to, work out a little bit, get ready, be mentally prepared, get a good night's sleep the night before. I mean, I'm not taking it lightly. I take pretty seriously. So I'm not coming in saying like this isn't going to be competition, but most of our game's not really a strength game with me and open. It's more like me using speed and him using strength, kind of like throwing off the quarterback. And we do put 3 people on the line, which allows me to go in untouched a lot of the time. It's pretty hard to catch me when I have like a little bit of room to maneuver. And sometimes we will send in 3. It's no like secret.
But how do you contend with someone like Frey, who's very shifty, who's very fast, who loses the pressure maybe better than anyone else in Jubal?
I mean, I'd say you go for his knee.
Yeah. Yeah.
Red flag grab.
It's a good question. I mean, it's not, you have to, you can't commit too much,
right?
You can't, like, I can't go in full speed like I normally do with some slower quarterbacks. Praise a great quarterback, great runner. I'm not going to give up on a play, so if he gets by me, I'm going to be chasing him. He knows that. And Open's great. Open's such a good flag grabber. Like, he is just, if I put the quarterback anywhere near him, if I'm like pushing the quarterback any direction close to him, he's diving for everything. He's throwing his ball, he's putting his body on the line. And Solo likes to run out a lot, so I'm excited to see what's going to happen against the Bop game. I played with them a lot. I know the players really well, and they're great competitors. So,
How long did it take you and Open to kind of gel together? Because again, obviously you two, again, I know that you didn't play as many games, but you two led the league in average sacks per game. So like, just walk us through, like, how quickly did you guys gel together? You guys had never played together before. So like, how quickly did that type of magic kind of come about?
It was like the first game, honestly. It was like we locked eyes and we just knew, when
Yeah.
it's like with me and you.
Yeah.
It was like me and you. I was gonna say my wife, and then I immediately saw you and I was like, why would I lie? It's TBI. It's like me and you. It was pretty quick. We like complement each other well. I'm coming in quick. I'm not that I don't even hit. I think I'm the only like standard lineman that's not over 200 pounds. Which puts me at like a disadvantage if I try to play to that where I'm Mighty's a lineman.
Yeah.
Okay.
Each thigh is
Yeah,
like
his
100
by the
pounds.
way, Mighty weighs as much as me. I asked him one time. His thighs are crazy big. He's so quick. But in any case, yeah. My point is like I'm not coming in strength. I'm coming in speed, and Open's there like closing in.
Mm-hmm.
So it just works. It works well together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Our prediction for the championship, like we asked Ernie.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to be a blowout. But I mean,
You're
not
perfect.
just
You're perfect for TBI.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Wait, closer than this week?
Oh yeah. What? Yeah. What actually
It
is
can't really be much further.
Yeah.
Well, it could be.
It
won't be, but it could be.
I actually thought, and just if we could talk about it this week, I thought they came to play. It was sad that Singer got hurt. I really love him. I made fun of him on the bench a little bit, and I felt guilty about that. Sorry, Singer. But he's a great competitor, and when he was in there, it was making our lives more difficult. They had a great rush on the defense with their sending in 3. But it's not me. It's not like I think I'm gonna blow out Bob. I mean, it's just Dax and Open and the other Dax and Stat and Zin, and like you have
the names keep going on.
Rook
And on.
is showing up. Like Rook's been playing the best. I was nervous to pick up Rook because last year he was like getting lost in his head, like, and he has totally turned around. Like he is incredible this year. I mean, his interceptions alone speak for themselves.
He's my vote for
He's in
defensive
the
player
right,
of the year.
He's in the right place. Always like he's really just he figured out the game and he's playing great. Ernie was here, like he's a great player. I mean, it's just such a good team. You're gonna double teams in, then you have Dax and you have Ernie or Waldo or Rook. Like it's just
Dump
that's why.
off the tight end to you. I mean, yeah. I mean, you
or
don't
he'll run, and
Right.
he's so quick. Like
Right.
it's just a very strong team. So that's why it's not disrespect. Like it's not that I don't respect Bob. I just really, really believe in the team that I have. But and that's what I was saying. You guys, I thought you guys played well. I I even think Fight was throwing the ball well. I mean, he at certain points he had zero time and he was still getting rid of it. There's some bad drops, some not great defensive plays, but it's just like you guys had us third and long and chucking. You guys had two guys running after like Dax. It's really like he's running back on his back foot. He throws like a 50-yard bomb to Zing. Like it's just like, and he did that like 4 times. It's just so frustrating. Like I don't know how
good.
they're just so good. It's just a great team. It's a lot of fun for me this year. But
Well, we wish you a ton of luck in the championship. And
Thanks,
thank you for
guys.
coming on.
no, great.
This is awesome.
No, it's great.
And we apologize for picking against you. You'll have to tune in next week when we do our predictions for the championship. And either we'll be right or wrong, likely
wrong.
Likely wrong.
We probably won't pick against them, but we'll likely be wrong.
Right, exactly. All right, Legs. Thanks so much for coming on. Well, Legs, I mean, wow, earning a Legs in the same episode, that was pretty darn awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we're lucky to have them with great guests, and who knows? Who knows what'll happen with the championship? We're not going to get into it just yet, but who knows what'll happen?
That's true.
All right.
Well, we get the ultimate honor of announcing this year's awards. Obviously, we all took time to vote and to pick the people we felt were most deserving of the awards. I'll start us off with maybe not the first voting award on the website, but the one that means the most to TBI, and that was the TBI Season 2 Guest of the Season. And that went to, it's not a shock here, by the way, it went to a man who was very, 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 I would say criticized prior to coming on TBI, and it goes to next year's Purple Cobra captain, Perla.
Goodman.
Perla gets the award of TBI Guest of the Season.
Well, he was great when we had him on. I think he was also a little lucky that we had Legs on today after the voting closed because he was just fantastic. Congrats to White, Goodman, Purple Cobras. Can't wait. You're finally getting your 5th team or 4th team. We'll see.
We might have 6 teams. Who knows? Snow's looking good.
And I think it's a lot of hopefully great interviews to come from him. And guys, step up your TBI game.
By the way, that being said, we had a lot of great guests this year.
Yes.
And even though that PJ is on his phone, he's still paying attention, and I love it. We had a lot of great guests this year. That is not a knock on anyone else. There were a ton of really, really great guests, and we're grateful for all of them.
I 100% agree with you. And again, Perla was just great.
Yeah.
It was just a great interview. It worked out well for everybody because his game turned around right after that. So he became one of us, and it happened. All right, let's jump into the next award. Logan, take us to Violence Award.
So this is the award for the most physical, the most reckless. I don't want to say it was a no-brainer, but the winner of this year's Violence Award goes to none other than Solo.
Wow.
He had my vote. He's a wrecking ball on the field, and makes perfect sense. The man is an animal.
Agreed.
I felt threatened just even looking at the question.
Yeah,
So I had to make sure to vote for him.
All right, Davo, Sportsman Award.
The Sportsman Award, even though you want to hate this guy, you
don't want to hate this guy.
just let him
Brad
finish.
does.
Even though you want to hate this guy, you
Yikes.
just physically, emotionally, and mentally can't. And he is the leader for a championship team and is none other than Sean Prager. Congrats, Prey. You are this year's Sportsman Man of the Year.
Yeah, and there's really no surprise there, right? So obviously most deserving. Any thoughts there? Yeah,
He's
right?
a nice guy. No, I don't think there's anyone besides BD who's rooting against him. So yeah, no, makes perfect sense.
Maybe all roll tide. Right
Next
now.
is the
The ongoing joke. I'm going to take that away, and we've got the winner. No surprise there. Also, in both is the top rated ongoing joke.
It's almost like 3 balls in.
Almost.
Sticker Award, and the winner of the best sticker award is none other than a non-sticker Beast Slap.
Yes.
Which, by the way, I still love and cannot listen to enough. For those of you who really wanted a sticker, the first place sticker was actually assumed the position, but the Beast Laugh won that award and won the voting. So
Deservingly so.
agreed,
Yes.
100%. That's like I said,
We
it's
did-
everything we wanted it
we
to be
did-
and more.
We did promote it for a reason. It was that good.
Yeah.
All right, Davo, take away the next award. Tough man.
I don't think it's no surprise because Mama Storm 8 raised no bitch. And it definitely went to Storm I mean, the guy battles through everything.
Battle through benches.
Yeah.
He literally destroyed Team Bench and came back to today and played great. Storm, even if you don't win anything else tonight, you definitely are the tough man of the year, and congrats on that.
All right, no surprise there. Let's move into the next award, which is Human Pinball. And guys, was there any shock who the winner there was going to be? It is none other than the man who introduces TBI every week. It's Prime. I mean, if you haven't been bounced off from Prime, then you have not played Jubal.
One might say he's the pinball wizard, which does explain why he wore sunglasses when he came onto TBI.
That is true. All right, Logan, take it away. Next award.
Next award is Best Rivalry. This is a rivalry that I would say is not the longest standing, but of late has picked up a lot of headway. Best rivalry goes to Beast and Storm. Beast and Goldberg. Yeah, there we go. It's throwing out Storm again. Beast and Goldberg, best rivalry. We love that you guys actually love each other and at the same time hate each other. I think we keep it going, but best rivalry, Beast and Goldberg.
Love it. Dave, take it away. Next award.
Our next award is the Jubal Chat Wizard. Like we said, Steve obviously deserves to win it every year because he is the wizard, but we can't. I am very happy to present this award to none other than my leftical Logan. Like I said last week, I think you deserve it. If Steve was number one, if Steven's 1A, you're 1B to me. And I didn't go to anyone more deserving than you.
Appreciate that, boys. And again, the only reason I'm winning this is because Wizard wasn't in the running. So that is what it is. I still voted for Burke, by the way, for the record. That was my vote. And he got my vote. I did not vote for myself. That would have been weird.
All right, let's move into most improved player. And we mentioned him a few times in our interviews with Ernie and with Legs. And that is a man who was not drafted, part of Team Bench, you can say, but he's more than just that. He's made himself into a name, into a household name, and into a defender, led the league in interceptions, had a lot of touchdowns. It's Rook. Rook is the most improved player of the year.
I would say he's the most improved player of the year.
And he's also the Rook.
Exactly. Yeah, congrats, man. Well deserved.
Yeah,
like I
sure.
said, you had a great season.
All right, Logan, take your next award.
Brings me to defensive player of the year. This one person came out and apparently tells everyone that sacks are more important than interceptions. This year's defensive player of the year goes to none other than Open.
So you're saying the people have spoken
And they value
and the
sacks.
sacks are greater.
I would say that people have spoken and they have chose Open.
Okay.
Does this open up the conversation again?
No,
No, it does
interceptions are
not.
more important, but Open had a
Open
fabulous
had a
season.
great year. Open had a great year.
Good for him. I voted for Rook, but good for him.
All right.
I think we need.
Yeah.
All right, Davo, take it away. Next award.
Our next award goes for comeback player of the year. This man did something incredible. I don't even know if he should have been considered because it was still in the same season, but I think that also makes it incredible. And like I said again, Prey, hats off to you. Comeback player of the year. Congrats, and I hope you never have to do it again because you're just too good for us.
It's actually an interesting situation because you have a player who got hurt beginning of the season and came back in the middle of the season, but I don't think anybody even thought he'd be coming back. And the fact that he came back and he's been playing even better is he's most deserving of this award.
Yeah, no,
Sting
look,
was robbed.
no, I agree. Sting was robbed, but quite frankly, there is no player that I'd rather come on their back than Prey. So I think it's perfect that he did win that award.
There we go. Logan.
I would try so hard not to make
And
any
this is
jokes like
why,
that.
and this is why he is the chat wizard. There we go. All right, let's jump into it. The Rookie of the Year award, and this goes to none other than, goes to no surprise here. We've all been predicting it all season long. It goes to Scoot. It goes to Zen. It is Scooty.
Scooty.
There we go.
Some might even call him Roy.
Somebody just called Ron. There you go. All right, Logan, take it away.
Offensive player of the year. This is one that's hard to argue with. In my opinion, led the league in touchdowns. None other than my boy, Johnny Storm.
There you go. Lionheart. There you go.
Had a hell of a season.
All right, Davo, take it away. Jubal Man of the Year.
This year's Jubal Man of the Year, I'm I'm proud to call this person a friend, a neighbor. Some might even say a brother. He's an old time vet. Used to go by the name Long Ass Monkey Arms. It's none other than Big O. And we all waited for the Big O, but congrats. You're the Jubal Man of the Year.
Can we just take a time out here? Because, guys, this award is not just going to somebody because they chat well or because they have a great line or because they're a great player on the field, which he is all those things, by the way. But because he took the onus and the responsibility. And I think it almost started with my twins, which it's Erev Rosh Hashanah, and my wife gets this package of bears and flowers, and he's asking, what can I do to help you guys? And it's like hours before Rosh Hashanah, this is what the guy's thinking. And then continuing to tradition to every single person who had a baby, taking the onus of collecting money, sending gifts, whether he collected enough or not collected enough, like, he would take
Gifts were always delivered.
Yeah, I mean, the guy just really so much credit. It's beautiful. How do you not give the award to this man?
He definitely had my vote.
Yeah, when you think about someone who goes above and beyond and does stuff for Jubal, which is really what this award is, that's what it encapsulates. Big O. It's a no-brainer, and we're thrilled for you, man. We're glad that you're here. We're glad that you're part of the chat. We love you, and like I said, it's a very well-deserved award.
100%. And I guess it's a good time for us to transition to the final week before championships, which will be the Vets versus Rooks Championship. It's going to take place. It's an interesting setup this year because we had a tie with the S'mores and the Freshies. So they're going to actually replay the end of their game, and hopefully we'll have a winner in those games. And the winner will play the juniors led by Yaron. So Yaron can still win a championship or potentially lose the championship. It's going to be an interesting matchup. Honestly, whichever one of the S'mores or the Freshies wins, I think you gotta give the edge to them because the youth, the names, the numbers, the people. I don't know about you guys, but I'm thinking juniors have got a tough game to go against.
Did you just drop a names, not numbers reference?
I did.
I think so.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
I did.
But either way, look, it's going to be a tight fought game. If only we had decided to end last year's playoffs the same way we did this year's Vets Rooks without someone being carted off the field.
Yeah.
Saying, wait, we'll replay it. Then who knows what would have happened. Crony still would have won the championship. But either way, super excited for that game. Vets Rooks is, one of the things that gets us all out of bed. So we are excited to see who comes out of the Freshies and the S'mores. I got to give the edge to the juniors. Yaron is rolling. He's had a handful of really good games back to back. I'll give the edge to the Vets as, but we all know that I'm a bit of a homer, and by a bit, I mean a complete. So we'll see what happens, but I think that the juniors are able to pull it off and the Vets come away with the victory.
There we go.
I'm in true need of a victory here. I've just been off all my who I'm rooting for. So I'm gonna stop rooting against Dax and Prey because every time I pick against them, they usually win. So maybe if I pick them, maybe then the Vets will have a chance. So I'm gonna say the soft rookies are gonna win.
Okay, there you go. So you're going with Prey
Or Dax.
Or Dax.
right? Okay,
Whoever wins, or Perla.
yeah.
Fair. He's on that team.
Well, listen, either way, Vets rookies, we've said it before, we'll say it again. It's got a mystique, it's got a magic to it. It's a tradition, and it's beautiful. The tradition is taken off to where it is right now. We'll see what happens. Obviously, we got more football, and that's honestly the most important thing. So while you're not signing up anymore, Davo, while you're not tuning in, you still got what this week?
We got a lot this week. We got Purim coming up, Jubal Purim. Don't forget to stop by your one and only commissioner for your lucky Shalach Manos from him. I think there's a shot for shot challenge. I'm pretty sure Jordan's gonna lose eventually.
It's a win-win, I think.
Yes, it is a win-win.
We also have Jubal Purim, the night event, 8:30, Davo's Dungeon. You can all see where the magic happens for TBI. What else we got? We got Thursday night playoff football for both the Brooklyn B/Purple Cobras, and your own Lionhearts, whatever we're calling by now. Come out, come support us. It's a lot of Drew Ball players. We really appreciate you guys coming out. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and subscribe. Subscribe to our OnlyFans. There's going to be an Ernie and Logan battle royale afterwards.
It's like
And
a celebrity death match, right?
exactly. And keep a lookout for TBI merch coming soon.
TBI merch.
You gotta love it. Davo can't make Drew Ball go.
Oh, guys, welcome to Davo's world. We're
all
he's running it. We're all just part of it.
Well, anyways, Davo, what are we?
We are 3 balls in.
We are now 3 balls out. Go tune in to Vets Rooks this week. Have a great week, everybody. Happy Perm.
We're 3 balls in, then we 3 balls out. We all up on your screens like it's prime time.
This is TBI 3 balls in alongside Davo and Ernie. It's 3 hosts who actually play Drew Ball. Oh no. Oh crap. Wait, I think I hear Logan. I gotta run.
You got to run.
Well, this is.
Awkward. This became awkward.
I came in and Logan.
Logan,
left.
Logan needs to drink. Yeah,
Logan-
Logan
Logan
needs to
left.
drink to sit near you.
Logan, I was joking.
It's more like 3 fingers in, but that's not the point.
This is a good show.
Speaking of which, that brings us
Let's
to
do the next
best
award.
sticker.
Award is Tough Man of the Year. I'll tell you my vote for it. Because Mama Storm ain't
Wait. Mama Storm ain't getting nothing out of my mouth.
That's a little bit, but definitely congrats to Dwight.
Dwight?
See, I'm just
It's not The Office.
Yeah. All right.
Congrats to Dwight.
Yeah.
Dwight Schrute,
Yeah.
Man of the Year.
okay, but definitely
A brother.
Yeah.
brother.
He's a no.
Oh, do it again. Do it again.
Oh, because he doesn't
Because you
know.
ruined it.
Because he doesn't know it.
I know. He's an
I was
own like the
I was like, wait, I
don't-
was like, Steve,
No, but don't you guys
Oh my God,
call
you gotta-
old brother?
Yes, he
That's
does.
the thing, you know?
oh, brother, all right now.
Roy, Rookie of the Year is then. What is wrong with the two of you?
It's too wrong.
Yeah.
Then.
No, we call him.
Did you just say?
You can call him Rookie of the Year. You can call
No,
him
because
Scoop.
Because it sounded like you said that Rookie of the Year goes to Rookie of the
Because he's called Roy in the chat.
You messed it up.
No, I did not.
You might as well call them.
It was terrible. Do it again.
Can you believe that Boston hit that fucking 3?
No, I can't. I can believe it.
Yeah, right. It's true.
It's-
Anyways, can you say it goes to Zin? and not to
Fine.
Roy?
All right.
Who you
Fine.
assume is our Roy, but
No, he's called Roy in the chat.
Oh,
No one calls him Roy.
Jordan definitely does.